We're live. Hey to each and every one of you, and shout out to you as you tune up into the building to the Siren Speak Show with your girl, Siren. Shout out to each and every one of you, y'all. Please pardon my tardiness, okay? You know how it is when you're trying to do something. But we're going to talk today about some things, y'all. We're going to talk about some symptoms, not symptoms, but some signs, the way the universe speaks to us, right? That we need to know, because sometimes things are right in our face and we don't know it. Okay, hold on, y'all. It's my little thing here. Right? Sometimes things are like right in our face, you guys, and we don't know it. This thing looks so, okay, is it this one? Hold on. All right. We don't really understand what it is that is simply right before us, right? So we get a little confused about how it is that the universe speaks to us, or to know that our ancestors have been talking to us this entire time and we just did not know it. So, I've been living in my house for a little minute, right? I've been living in this house for a couple years now, right? And from time to time, I notice, shall I say, from time to time that I experience certain like little bugs, or, just little things that happen, or things that I come in contact with that, sometimes you could just walk past this and be like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'd be like, so some things, a lot of things are not coincidental, you guys, right? Now, there are certain things that your house, your life can be telling you that you just may not know. So we're going to learn the language of the gods and goddess, and we're going to learn the language where your spirit guides, ancestors, whomever it is that walks with you for your highest good, tend to alert you when there are red flags or, something coming up. So we're going to learn the warning signs of things that may be coming up, or things that may be going on around you, and you just thinking everything is all willy-nilly and, just coincidental when it's not. Okay. First things first, we're going to go over the overall message, okay, for the collective, you guys, before we tap into the bugs. So since it is the month of Halloween, right, you guys, the Lionsgate portal is what I tend to, celebrate or recognize during this time of the year. We're going to talk about the things that come through, right? All month long, we're going to be talking about protecting yourself. We're going to be talking about signs you may be under attack. We're going to talk about psychic attacks. We're going to talk about spiritual attacks. Okay, that's a difference. We're going to talk about physical, attacks. We're going to talk about how to recognize agents, all of that type stuff. Okay. So, shout out to you guys, right? We're going to learn how to protect ourselves, how to protect our children, things that we can do to cleanse and uplift and increase the vibration of our environment, okay? And ways that we can shift and protect ourselves. And this is very important, because one thing I'm going to tell you about me, right? One thing I'm going to tell you about me. Now, one thing I know for a fact, and anyone who knows Siren knows this for a fact, I am a very inviting person. Like, I welcome anybody in my energy, right? Who vibrate towards it. And that's just fair. Okay. That's just fair. If you vibrate towards me, you will automatically be within my presence, be around me, be able to contact me, converse with me. If you do not vibrate towards me, then there will be numerous amounts of things that will, hold up, it will stop you. You will probably think, oh, let me call Siren. And then something will happen where you'd be like, I've been trying to call you for about 3-4 months. That's how it is. I'm not the type of person to push anybody off, or brush anybody off, or wish anybody off. I'm open to whomever is in alignment with my frequency, period. Now, there are some people who may say, you know what, Siren is a little standoffish, okay? She's a little to herself. Siren is just, I don't know, whatever it may be. It's not that I'm standoffish, y'all. I just really, truly work on my energy to a point where I don't have to do nothing to keep you away from me. It's what you do that keeps you away from me. Okay. It's what you do. It's the fact that your energy may not be vibrating towards the boundaries that I have set around myself. And that's not my fault. I am not the type of person that say, oh, I don't want that person around me or that person. Even if somebody is going through a hard time, it doesn't mean you vibrate low. It just means you going through a storm, right? Now, if you are going through a storm, you will still be able to go around somebody who has a high vibration or who works on themselves or who have just simply set healthy boundaries. And some of us, you guys, when it comes to family, friends, even coworkers. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story just to give y'all a little test on how this really works. We gods, we goddess. I will hope so. Okay, we probably got some agents that come up and through, but we love them too, right? If they vibrate towards it, hell is yours, right? That's what the good Lord say. If you vibrate towards it, it is yours. Now, when I was working in the corporate world, right? I recall, having my own little office, of course, and sometimes there were people who would come into my office and never come into my office while I'm at work, but while I'm gone for the day, they tend to find a need to, oh, I was seeing if you had a pen, or I was seeing if, you had an extra trash bag, or I was seeing if your shredder would work because mine was full, or I was seeing if you had a folder, or I was seeing, it's 50 million reasons as to why certain people would go into my office well after I'm gone. And it's like, okay, so I'm here every day, all day, but you never want to see anything or want anything while I'm here. But when I leave, you got 50 million reasons as to why you need to go into Siren's office. So what I did, you guys, I merely sat in my office and I put up a boundary. Okay. Any and all that enters with the highest good and intentions for both themselves and myself are welcome. Anyone who is entering my space without, the highest good in intention or in mind for myself and them is not welcome. Child, let me tell y'all something, honey. Just that little intention right there. Things started happening. Okay. Mofos couldn't get in my office if the good Lord came down and the good Lord say, I ain't letting you in because she set a healthy boundary. You want to get in? Meet that boundary. They couldn't get in, point blank, period. Okay. And had to come to me. Hey, Siren, do you have an extra? Listen, I'm telling y'all, I will tell y'all the fuller of that story, but I ain't gonna do it over here. I'm gonna keep that to simply Siren when I, do my little rants on my little vlog channels, okay? And shout out to those of you who have been enjoying Simply Siren. This is just me simply telling you guys how being a goddess or a god is not as hard as people think. It's like you really living a natural life, but you're setting healthy boundaries for yourself and for the world, okay? So y'all check it out and just see how you can live according to a healthy lifestyle for you. It's not hard to live as a god and or goddess, okay? Now, let's go over this message really quick for the collective so we can get into these bugs and stuff. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about, or we're going to be discussing bugs and, other omens through bugs or birds or animals or things of that nature. Okay, so what I am getting thus far, you guys, is a need for us to release. Okay, there are some things that we have to release. We need to surrender some emotional stress, you guys. We need to walk away, to leave, to detox. Okay, some things. A lot of these things are maybe some broken dreams, okay, some heartbreak, some grief, resentment, whatever it is. You guys know what it is for each and every one of you, as well as I know what it is for myself. If you don't know what it is, merely ask, ask your guides to help you to get some sort of clarity. And after we discuss these bugs and omens today, maybe you will have some clarity on what it is that could be, said to you that you didn't know, right? So we definitely need to cleanse. We need to release, y'all. We're going through the fall and the winter. Those are the two times. Now, if ever, I'm going to teach you something right now that's going to help you to uplift. If ever you have made New Year resolutions, now is the time that you want to start making your New Year resolutions during the fall and during the winter. The energies of the universe will support it. That way, you don't get to January 1st, time I'm finna start stuff, okay? And then next thing you know, the next year, January 1st, I'm finna start what I was supposed to start last year, or what I didn't finish last year. The reason we tended not to have that much success with our New Year resolutions because we were out of alignment with the time that supported it. So right now, during the energy of the fall, this is about enjoying what you have harvested, okay, as far as this year, taking what you have learned from it and releasing, okay, releasing what doesn't serve you. You've learned some things that don't serve you throughout this year alone. You've learned some people who don't serve you. You've learned some of your own habits that don't serve you. Now is a time for you to work on practices that can help you to release them so you don't carry them into the next cycle. Okay. So we have to eliminate some things in our life, you guys. We have to eliminate some people in our life. We need to take some things off the plate so some more things can come onto the plate. All right. A lot of us, we're torn when it comes to decisions. I'm feeling like a lot of people are feeling stuck right now. A lot of people are just like, maybe back in the day, we used to be like, okay, well, I want to do this or I want to do that in 6 months or a year or 2 years, or this might go. Like now it's hard to come up with actual goals because we don't feel as enthusiastic about, goals or getting it's just everything. The energy probably feels really thick, okay, and stuck. And now we have to make decisions, okay, to let go of some things, right? The reason we're stuck because we got too much in our frequency that doesn't serve us. It's kind of like we walking like that bag lady, you gonna hurt your back, okay? You can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. So it's like you're trying to move forward. A part of you knows it's time to move forward, but you're holding on to some things, you guys. You're holding on to some resentment. You're holding on to some suffering, some betrayal, some where you feel lack, okay, victimized in some way, maybe by family or friends, or maybe when it comes to your job, you're getting looked over. You feel like you're not making what you're supposed to. Whatever it is, you know what it is for you. And it's like we have to go in and we have to break a lot of contracts. I tell a lot of my clients that I work with, it's time for you to make an executive decision. Okay, this is the life of you. Run your life like a business. They already consider you a corporation. Okay, run your life like a business. When someone is not doing a good job, first thing you do is give them a warning, okay? If they don't acknowledge that warning, then you demote them, okay? Meaning you cut them off a little bit. You don't have to cut them off all the way because you want them to see how serious you are and how serious their actions are causing this separation. And once you pull back a little bit and you demote them, if after that they still cutting up, acting the fool, then you're going to have to be the super CEO and you're going to have to, boom, cut them off, okay? And when I say fire somebody, when somebody is asking to be fired, okay, out of your life, it doesn't mean I'm finna block their phone number or I'm finna go on IG and I'm finna block them from seeing me. That's not the way you fire somebody. You pay attention to who this person is, okay? If this person is a sibling, let's say it's somebody who's a sibling who you're not getting along with your sibling and you feel like, okay, it's time for me to kind of pull back. What you want to do is look into the zodiac of that sibling. See what zodiac sign that they represent. This is going to tell you the area of your life that you're having some problems with. So for example, if it is a sibling, let's say the sibling is a Scorpio, okay? Then with you having energy or toxic energy with the Scorpio energy, Scorpio is all about death. Okay. Scorpio is about endings. It's about secrets as well. It could mean that there is something that you are keeping a secret that you should be either saying or talking about. There's something you probably know that you're not speaking out about. And maybe whatever that is, it could be holding you back. Sometimes it can be the fact of, well, I know I'm cheating on my significant other. He doesn't know. I'm keeping this secret. And that can play out in your life as beef with your sister or beef with your brother who's a Scorpio. It means that this energy, this information that you're keeping a secret is really hurting you. It's not helping you at all. And you need to let this person know, listen, we need to talk. Yeah, I kind of slipped up. You know what I'm saying? He was cute. He was sexy. Everything was just, we was in a moment and it just happened. I don't know if you want to stay or go, but it's going to hurt me to just not even tell you this. So because I love myself, I don't want to hurt myself anymore. I'm going to let this off my chest. I'm going to let you know what happened. And you are open to make whatever decision you wish to make, to stay or to go. But if you see that they stay and hold that over your head, then you got to make another executive decision. So sometimes beefing with your sibling in a situation like that really doesn't mean that, oh, there's a problem with the sibling. The sibling is mirroring something back to you. This is how, like I said, you move like a CEO. This is how you, not just because what we're doing is when we cutting people off and we blocking people, you're really blocking yourself from moving forward in life. That is a lesson. That situation is not for you to block. It is for you to rise above it. It's for you to learn from it and to move on from it. Okay. So this is how we move, how gods and goddess move. These are the decisions that we have to make. Pay attention to the energies. A goddess and a god is aware of those who they're coming in contact with. We're not going to be in an environment and not know, okay, who it is, especially if these are people who are in our immediate circle. I'm going to know if you a Scorpio, if you a Capricorn, if you a Taurus, if you a Libra. I'm going to know all about you because I need to know what it is that you would mirror back to me. If I don't have a problem with you, okay, if you're a Leo and I don't have a problem with you, that lets me know that I'm in a position when it comes to that Leo energy to where I am putting myself first. If you're having an issue with somebody who's a Leo, that means that it's some way of your life, either via your family or maybe in your relationships, maybe in your friendships. It could be with you as a parent raising your children, where you're tending to put your children's needs before your own, which is unhealthy. Okay. In order for us to be the best parent, we have to be the healthiest parent. So you're going to have to make sure that just like you take time to prioritize the needs of your children, you have to take time to prioritize the needs of yourself. Okay. So when we are dealing with anybody in our circle, you guys, we need to know it is your responsibility. Just like you say, hey, what's your name? What's your sign? You know what I'm saying? What's your sign? That's just something a god and or goddess will know. We are definitely well involved in our environment. We are always ahead of the game because we understand all of the players that are on the board around us. Okay. We know how they move. We know exactly what type of move a Leo is going to make, a Scorpio is going to make, a Sagittarius is going to make, a Taurus is going to make. We already know. So there's no reason for confusion and there's no reason to get angry when these people are merely acting out of their natural character. They can't help it. A Leo is always going to want to be in the center of attention when they're vibrating to their highest good. If you know a Leo who's shy and who hides behind the camera or who doesn't want to come out, then that person is not vibrating to the higher side of Leo. But that's not a bad thing. Okay. It just means that that person is showing you, because that person can be around somebody else who is vibrating to the higher side of their Leo, and they're going to naturally act in that character. They're going to want to be in the forefront. But if they're in front of you and they tend to be a little shy and reserved, that's not Leo's natural character for their higher self. So that is showing you that in some way, shape, or form, in some aspect of your life, you're not putting yourself out there enough. You're not putting yourself in the forefront, and you're not putting yourself first, right? So when it comes to these unions, you guys, when it comes to this soulmate energy, we have a lot of decisions, right, that we're going to have to make. We have a lot of balancing, okay, of energies. If there are people right now that you blocked, first thing you should do is go to your social media and unblock everybody. A goddess does not block anybody. If you go to any of my social medias, you're not going to see anybody blocked, you guys, because that is not how a god and or goddess move. Get out of that hiding, get out of that frustration, get out of that temper tantrum, and get out of that 3D. We don't do that over here, okay? We welcome everybody because we need to learn as much as we can about ourselves. If you have somebody who's harassing you, I know so many people who be like, oh, I get all of these messages about people, wanting to do this or harass me for this or this and that. I don't receive none of that. I be like, what, do I exist? Do I exist? Like, oh my God, like, God, that is great. Like, you have some interaction. I'm like, I have 0 people blocked. Okay. 0 people blocked. And I remember when I opened up my Facebook, I did that because I said, you know what? I got to go through my block list. I got to go through, because I remember when I was vibrating to that blockage, and I'm teaching y'all from experience. Okay. I remember I was on that blockage. Okay. Cause it was just some folk, it's folk out there who can't stand Siren. I know, I feel it, I sense it, I see it, I know it. But it's not that I've done something personal to them. It's just they can't stand me because of the freedom that I'm living in. It's like this irritates me. And I get it. I'm like, that's what it is. And I'm okay with that. But there are people who, sometimes that evil eye and things and all of that nature, you got to deal with it. We can't run from it. That jealousy, that envy, whatever that is, you can't run from it. You definitely got to keep yourself open towards it, because it's going to teach you something, and it's going to open you up, and it's going to let you know where you are truly vibrating. Okay. So when it comes for us blocking people, you guys, when it comes for us resisting people, running from people, hiding from people, that's just a wound that we're not willing to deal with. Whenever you have somebody blocked, I want you to count how many people you blocked or how many people you have blocked. And that is showing all of the wounds that you're not ready to confront in life. And sometimes those wounds can come from a past life. All right. So in order for us to live a life, you guys, of goddess, of God, of abundance, we have to open ourselves up to everything. We don't want it to be blocked. Like, you don't want your abundance blocked. Okay. So don't put the energy of blocking out there, because when you work with the energy of block, just like you block, you can be blocked, and you don't want to be blocked. You want everything to flow to you. You want this world to balance you out. You want to be open to whatever. And we got to stop thinking that everything has got to be good. Sometimes everything good is not good for you. Right? It's like those kids when they born, like they say, they born with a silver spoon. They don't know what it's like to earn money and work for money. And, so they just spend it like it's nobody's business. They have no respect for it. They don't really know no morals in life. They just do whatever and all of this stuff. It's like, you don't want to live life like that. You want the universe to send you life lessons. You want the universe to send you storms. You don't want to just be living life like everything is just all good. And when a storm comes, it's like, no, you have to vibrate so high, and you have to be so stable and so secure within yourself that you can handle any storm that comes. I'm not saying it's going to feel good, but what I will say is you will get through it. Okay, whatever it is, I guarantee you, I always say you have already survived 100% of your worst days. You have already survived the worst that you will ever go through. All it can do is repeat itself. You've done it already. You've been through that already. It's just going to repeat itself again. And the more it repeats itself, the more you have an opportunity to master it to where it no longer hurts. It now feels good because ooh, when this storm here comes, I know this means I'm about to level up. Okay, I'm about to level up. So you tend to feel gratitude, as opposed to attitude. So we got to focus on self-love, you guys. We got to really open up those heart chakras. Our heart chakras, when they're open, they don't care to block people. They don't care to block experiences. I don't want anybody saying, oh, child, I want to get rid of all negativity. No. Because in order for you to be balanced, you must have the light and the dark. You must have the good and the bad, okay? You must have the yin and the yang. That's like saying, oh, I want to get rid of all of my masculine energy. Well, your masculine energy is what takes care of you. It's what pays your bills. It what goes out there and make the money so you can pay your bills. It's what makes sure you eat. It puts the food on the table. That's your masculine energy. So if you're saying you want to get rid of all of the masculine energy, then guess what? You're going to be somewhere numbing on your fingers and stuff when you get hungry because you're not being taken care of. So we have to know how to think, higher, you guys, making these decisions, but it's coming a time. So between now, I will have to say, and perhaps February, this is a time for you to go through a purge, y'all. It's time for you to detox your life. Okay, it's time for you to release things that just does not serve you. It's time for you to understand those life lessons. And when I say release them, write down whatever it is that makes you uncomfortable. Write down whomever it is that makes you uncomfortable. Write down your habits. You like, I've been trying to, fix this or work on this for a long time. What is actually blocking me from successfully fixing this habit, right? Because we're just going to turn a habit into something else, either another habit, or either you're going to turn it into something that helps you to get ahead. Okay. So we have to go through this purge. We have to release all of this past energy. Okay. Things that are not going to move forward into this new frequency that we're stepping into. A lot of self-love. If you love yourself, you will heal yourself. Okay. If you love yourself, you will set healthy boundaries for yourself. Okay. So those are the or that is the message, you guys, for the collective, right? What we need to focus on right now, we all need to focus on healing, detoxing, purifying. I'm going to talk over on Patreon. I'm going to be going over some detoxing things that you can do. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all some links and stuff that y'all can go to order some of the stuff that I use that are great for detoxing the body, the metals, the mind, things of that nature. And also I'm going to tell you some things that you can put together, okay, to get rid of a lot of this stuff, okay, to help you to, and not really to get rid of it like, oh, that's it, it's done, but really help you to heal. It puts you in a frequency to where you're open to learn, okay, the life lessons that you're going through. So we're going to talk about some of these bugs, okay? You guys know I'm very sensitive to bugs. I'm just not a bug person. And sometimes these bugs, which are more than likely either around your home or your workplace, some of y'all is in your car. Um, it's just you come in contact with these in different places. So when you do start to come in contact with these bugs, you guys, I want you to understand what it is that is being said unto you, okay? First things first, you guys, one of them that I can't stomach these is the roach, right? If you see a roach in your house, first of all, you nasty. Okay. Yeah, I cannot with roaches. All right. I remember I lived in this one apartment, and the neighbors who moved in, it was a new set of neighbors, a young, I think it was a young couple who moved in, had a lot of roaches, where I literally saw a roach come through the socket and then they were coming through the AC vents. And I'm like, where are these roaches coming from? But when they moved in, it was just so many of these little roaches. I moved out. I said, I can't, no. Not I, said Siren. That was it. Okay. I politely moved the hell on up. But yes, so roaches, you guys, when you see roaches, roaches are a sign of, first of all, sickness. There's an energy around that is not only bringing sickness in regards to your finances, which means when you see roaches, it can show that either your finances are about to take a hit. It can also be sickness within the body, okay? And it doesn't mean like the physical body. You may say, oh, I see roaches a lot, but I'm not physically sick. But the body is in the spiritual body. So it's somewhere in your aura that there is some sickness that is penetrating, and it may eventually hit the physical body in this lifetime. So when you see roaches, there's a warning sign that the spirit is letting you know, hey, there is some energy around that can either cause sickness in the finances or the physical, okay? If you keep roaches around where you just always see roaches, or, you know, that's just a common thing to see roaches around your house, I would definitely want to work on that energy, find out where in the aura, because those roaches are attracted to that energy. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. If that energy is not around you, you will not, I don't care if somebody pick up a roach and bring it to your house, they would trip and fall and break a leg before they even get into your house to bring that roach in there, because the universe, that's how it is. It doesn't align with the energy. So when you are seeing roaches, that means either that energy could be within you, it could be within your child, it could be within your pet, your significant other. Somebody in that house has something attached to them that is attracting roaches. And sometimes when you start to see those roaches, it's your spirit letting you know that you can be picking up, okay? That's where the STD come from, the spiritually transmitted dis-ease. And this is where that energy can then transfer into your aura. Okay. And it could be sometimes you probably go out to a club, maybe where you work at, somebody had it, and then it transfers onto you. And when you get home, all of a sudden you start seeing roaches in your house. Okay. So when you see a roach, you guys, just start to pay attention to either your finances or to your health or to the health of those who are around you or who live in your house. If you see roaches in your car, you guys, 9 times out of 10, there is that same energy, but it is in your Merkaba. Okay, something is attacking your Merkaba, which is the vehicle of our spirit. It's the vehicle that moves our spirit throughout this earth. So when your Merkaba has some energy in it or around it, you will probably see things like a roach in your car, Or another sign of that is you may have car trouble. You get one tire fixed, now the next one messed up, now the engine light on, now you need an oil change, now the back window broke, now you got a dent because somebody done hit it. It's so many different things that can happen to your car that alerts you of energy that is around you. The car represents your your spiritual body, your spiritual vehicle. When you move, when you walk, your physical body is doing this, but your Merkaba moves a lot further than your physical body. Your physical body is only going to catch up to where your Merkaba is already at. It's that much energy that is around you, right? So when you're seeing these roaches, you guys, you definitely want to clean it up, okay? You do whatever it is that you can to remove these roaches. Sometimes when you see roaches, they can also mean that someone or a group of people, and because we have so many people that are constantly doing rituals to hinder us, either as a collective or as an individual. It could be someone who specifically is doing something to you out of some sort of resentment or jealousy or whatever. But sometimes it can be just on a bigger level, okay? That groups of people are doing things to kind of keep you off your journey, keep you off your path, things of that nature. You'll start to see roaches as well, where you'll know that there is some attack that is trying to either attack your finances, and they're going to want to attack your finances because if you have the money, then you can get so much done, and they don't want you to get nothing done. They want you to get just enough to pay your bills, and that's it, okay? They don't want you to get anything else done, right? So seeing roaches, you guys, if someone is sending you some energy, either personally, or if there's energy that you may have a STD where you have contracted it from someone that you're constantly around, or maybe your workplace or things of that nature, you definitely want to make sure that you take the time to cleanse the body, okay? You want to make sure when you do a spiritual bath is with an intention to cleanse, okay? Whatever the energy is. I saw a roach today, so let me do a spiritual bath that will cleanse whatever this energy is in my aura that is alerting me that there is some sort of unhealthy attachment, unhealthy energy that is there. We don't want to wait till it hit the physical body, and then we got to depend on the bulls, that we got to take that stuff in order to try to heal. So you want to catch it early, right? While it is still in the spiritual body. Also, you want to keep your frequency up. You want to use your sprays, okay? You want to use your oils. You want to take your spiritual baths, all right? You want to wear colors that are very protective, colors that mean something to you. If you want to, wear purple, I'm working on my crown chakra today, whatever it is, you want to start putting more intention in your day-to-day activities, right? All right, next up, we got the spider, okay? Now, whenever you see a spider, honey, what do spiders do? They spin a web to trap you. So this can let you know that somebody is doing some type of work. Somebody could have a freezer spell on you. Okay. It can be somebody just hoping that you don't get a job or don't get that house or don't get that new car. In some way, shape, or form, someone is either doing something or wishing something, okay, low vibrational on you to keep you trapped. They're trying to trap you in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes, like I said, these can be larger organizations that do things to hinder the collective. And then also this could be something specifically that is done to you by someone you may or may not know. But spiders are letting you know that there is some sort of web. You got to be careful so that you don't run into that web, because you don't want to run into someone's trap. Okay. Also, when it comes to spiders, you guys, it can also mean when it comes to the feminine, okay, when it comes to the divine feminine energy, it can be jealousy of a woman. It can be jealousy of a mother, a sister, a cousin, an aunt. It can be jealous of a best friend. It can be jealous of a supervisor or a coworker who's a female. Those spiders do represent heavy, dark, feminine energy. It can simply be that the person who is a practitioner who is doing the spell work on you could be a woman. So it can say somebody done hired a woman to try to trap me in some way, shape, or form. They're trying to stop me from moving forward. So when we see these spiders, inside of the house, you guys, and especially when you see a spider that is like pushing all type of webs, when you go outside. Now, see, let me tell y'all the weirdest. Okay. I had a spider, like the spiders don't be like in my house like that, right? If I see a spider in my house, it is a small one, right? But the spiders that's outside so damn big, they spinning webs from the top of my house to the bottom of the ground to the top of the house. Like my spider webs be huge. Child, they spinning a web around my whole damn house. I say, well, duh. It's so funny. But the good thing is to see it and to, remove the web with the intention of whatever you send in my way, whatever you trying to trap me with. I'm grateful I found the trap, but I now dismantle this trap, okay? And I throw it away, right? So you dissolve it, right? So you just have to be in gratitude, you guys. That way, because when you see a roach, first thing you think, you want to kill it and smash it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to put intention in what it is that you are doing, okay? So then that's the spider. Next thing you might see is a centipede. I don't know how many of you have ever seen a centipede in your house, but I have seen a big and a small centipede. It's the craziest things. Now, the more legs that they have, the more people who may be taking part in working against you. This really represents a large group of people. It can be like a, the secret occults and whatever. It can't be some sort of occult. Sometimes it can be the church, honey. Y'all be thinking. Anywho, but so it means it's a large group of people, okay, that are coming together to perhaps do something that may cause harm to you or cause delays in your life or cause you to feel stuck, okay? And a lot of these rituals here are done more than likely on the new or the full or some phase of the moon by these, elite or what they consider themselves to be elite practitioners who do things on the collective, okay? I don't think any of us specifically would have a group that large trying to work on us, like dang, but it depends on who you are. Sometimes they know when these practitioners get your energy and they tap in your energy and they see how powerful you really are, they may call on a partner or, multiple partners to come in and help them with the ritual. So I have seen that, done, you guys. So when you see a centipede, it does represent a large group that have come together to work against you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you're somebody who's supposed to, remember in that movie, The Terminator, when the damn thing came from the future just to stop her from having that baby. They wanted her to have an abortion or miscarriage or something. They was trying to kill that baby, while it was in her stomach, because they knew he had a very important role in the future. He was going to be very, important to a big thing that was supposed to happen in the future. So some of us, we don't even know a lot of these things about ourselves because our blueprint has been hidden. So, sometimes these companies or these societies, they don't want you to awaken to who you are because a lot of them are using your power, your gift, and your money. Okay. And if you awaken to the fact that you got power, gifts, and money, guess what? You're going to go claim yours. So they do these large rituals to keep you stuck, to keep you asleep, to keep you distracted with things. Sometimes they will send people in your life to distract you, i.e. a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friend, a family member, all of a sudden want to hang out with you and things of that nature. You never know, okay? So just understand when you see those centipedes, okay, it just means it's a large group of people, okay, that are working against you. So the next is wasps, okay, and hornets, not bees. I'm not talking about bees. Wasps specifically and hornets. Right? When you have those wasp and hornets nets around, okay, you ever get stung by one of them or, get attacked. They don't tend to bother you if you notice. They don't really bother you, okay? They tend to get up under your house or tend to get near your house or whatever. I had one in my damn car. They made a nest up in the hood of my damn car. I'm like, oh my God. That's when you know that there is a collective group of people that is working off of your energy. Okay. What do? They get together and they build those nests. Okay. They build a little honeycomb and everything. And then what they do is if you look inside of the honeycomb, you'll notice that they are harvesting. They're what I want to say, birthing in new wasps. Okay. And new hornets and everything off of your energy. Okay, so your energy can be siphoned from somewhere that you don't know, because remember, the universe is very smart. It's going to mirror everything back to you. So if you're not using your energy, there's a group somewhere that has tapped into your energy and they're using it to build a society. They're using it to sustain and maintain some sort of society that you don't even know about, right? So I know we probably think, what, me? Yes. Okay. So when it comes to those wasps and hornets, that is pretty much a telltale sign that your energy is being harvested and being used by some sort of secret society for them to stay, relevant, for them to stay powerful, for them to stay wealthy, for them to stay famous, whatever it may be. Yes, your energy. And that's what the universe, because this is your house we're talking about. And I always tell you, your house is representing your body. So however your house is, whatever's going on in your house is things that are going on the inside of you, okay, in the spirit realm as well. Next up, toads and frogs. Now, the closer they are to your house, the more severe the situation may be. Toads and frogs will come around anytime that there is some sort of specific black magic, okay? An intent to harm you, an intent to not really always harm you, but it could be something to throw you off of your path. That's harm as well. The more you or the higher you vibrate, the more you will start to see these things, okay, that will come into your attention. A lot of times it's always in your environment, but we don't really pay attention to it. There could be a frog right now sitting next to your car and you won't even see it, but when you vibrate towards it, you will be like, oh, look, it's a frog by my car or a toad by my car. Toads and frogs, what do? They do? They hop, right? They hop into that next dimension. And also toads and frogs, they can be in water and they can be on land as well. So that is a multi-dimensional type of energy. You can be someone who is a multi-dimensional type of being, and this could be something that they are stealing, that gift that you have to travel interdimensionally, and they can be harvesting that gift from you. And with you wanting to move forward, and it's hard for you to move forward, and it's just like this frog or this toad is trying to let you know that a path that you should be moving towards is being blocked. Okay. If you see a frog hopping, that means you need to take a leap of faith. But if it's just sitting there, that's letting you know that something is being blocked, because frogs and toads, that's what they do. They move, they hop. Okay. So it depends on how you are seeing that frog and or toad, right? If you see it hopping, you need to take a leap of faith in life. If it's just sitting there, a path is being blocked. Okay. A path is being closed off to where you can't see it. Something is being done to stop you from traveling on the path that you should be on. All right. Next up, we have birds, especially ravens, crows, those blackbirds. We also have pigeons and owls that will come to you. And I'm talking about around your home, meaning I'm at my house, I'm sitting in my house, and oh damn, there's an owl sitting right there. Or oh damn, there's a pigeon sitting right there. When we have these birds that come to us, you guys, those are signs that people are probably speaking something into your life. Somebody somewhere could be like, I hope that don't never get it, or I hope she fail, or I hope he leave her. I hope somebody somewhere could be speaking. Like when I say death into your life, it doesn't mean like physical death, but they want something that you have to come to an ending. This can come in the form of, gossip, things of that nature. Somebody could be talking about you behind your back. When these birds come into your life, it also can mean that you are being watched in some way, shape, or form. It can be, the others that are spying on you. It can be somebody's looking up your social media. So when you see these birds, right? And I'm talking about pigeons, I'm talking about crows, ravens, and owls. A lot of times this can mean somebody somewhere is either looking you up, trying to get information on you, speaking about you, okay, gossiping about you, or they could be checking your social media, like they're digging through your social media. You know how people like to go through your social media and they don't like nothing, they don't leave a comment, but they don't see every damn picture you don't put up there. They look at all your comments, reading what everybody else say, but they don't say anything. So somebody that, right? Okay. Or somebody you don't know. Sometimes it can be, those the alphabet teams that are looking into you. And you probably think, why would they look into me? I'm just like a regular. No, you're not. Okay. We're gods and goddess. You're not average. Nothing about you is mediocre. You are above and beyond. And I need you to accept that and embrace that. It's a reason. Okay. They do the things that they do to keep you stuck and stagnant and sleep, because they don't want you to awaken to who you really truly are, because then guess what? Then that means they out. Okay. So pay attention, you guys, when it comes to those birds that you see. Somebody somewhere got something to say, and it doesn't appear to be good. They could be speaking some sort of derogatory experience into your life. Sometimes it could be a thought that people have about you. You know how when, you got some people who be thinking, they just be like, I hope that don't get, I hope this, I hope they want all type of stuff, crazy stuff to happen to you. Some that they may not have said, but it's their true thoughts. Okay. Next we have flies. Okay. I'm not a person for flies, but I do respect flies. Okay. Now that I have, been living in this type of energy, I do respect flies a lot, because flies, I always say People don't see flies as the helpers that they are. Flies are going to give you the tea. Okay. Whenever you have flies around, 9 times out of 10, there has been some sort of dark, I don't want to say dark, like, but I want to say bad spirit, okay, just to keep it in 3D, okay? There has been some sort of bad spirit that either someone has sent to your house, okay, to watch you, because flies are spies, okay? They watch, right? So sometimes if an entity is low and or bad and it has been sent to watch you, it will manifest. Remember, the universe is smart. It lets you know what the is going on. Okay. So when you see a fly, especially you somebody who you don't have flies in your house, or maybe you go somewhere and you just come in contact with the fly or whatever, then that is a spy. Okay. It could be a bad energy that was sent to watch you, okay, to look into you. Sometimes it can mean that somebody you know could be getting a reading on you. Somebody you know could be getting a tarot reading to spy into your life. And next thing you know, you got this fly that pops up, because everything that happens to you, y'all, that's why I say as a goddess, you have to be so wise. You're going to be so smart, because the universe is like the cheat sheet. It tells you everything that's going on, right? So when you get these flies around, either somebody is sending somebody to spy on you or sending an energy to spy on you. Sometimes we have beings that will literally come and astral travel to you. Sometimes, listen, I remember when I first got introduced into spirituality, right? And I remember this guy, he didn't show his face, but he did like a YouTube video where he was talking about how he first learned to astral travel. So he had a gift to astral travel. And he was talking about how he would go to his neighbor's house, because when he first would get out of his body, he would roam through his house when he first started, like, whoa, he was like, I learned how to astral travel. He was like, I just started going around my house. And then he would go into neighbor's house and he would spy on them. So he knew everything that was going on in his neighbor's house. And y'all, this is serious, okay? I don't want it to look like this some movie type stuff. Like, this be really going on, okay? So he started going to his neighbor's house and stuff, and he knew everything that was going on. It's only so far he knew how to go, right? Because he was learning. So he said it was something that happened that made his ass stop. He was like, oh, well, let me stop. So he said he would travel to a specific neighbor house. I don't know if he had a crush on her and she had a piece and kids and stuff. And he would go and spy on this woman's house. So, I don't know what happened in her life. Maybe she started seeing flies, and maybe she went to somebody was like, oh, guess what? I'm starting to see flies. And they was like, whoop, child, somebody's spying on you, okay? But he said he went to her house, right? And he said when he got in front of her house, it was 4 big pillars that appeared in front of her house. And he said they were so huge that he felt like intimidated by them, like, what the? So he's like, I would go there all the time with no problem. But when I went this specific time, it was these big 4 huge pillars around her house. So he say he left. He didn't go. He was like, oh, so he say he waited a couple days and then he went back to go. And he said, once again, there was these big 4 tall pillars that was sitting right in front of her house on each corner of her house. And he was like, when he went back, and I guess he went and asked himself, his higher self, what the hell was going on. And it showed him that she had protection. So she had them put up some sort of protection, spiritual protection, where maybe her ancestors peeped or her guys peeped that he was coming in over there and he was invading her privacy, and they put that protection up and that ran his ass off. See, a lot of us, this is why you got to have that connection to that protection, and also setting those healthy boundaries where you have to say, I am not going to allow anyone to invade my space in the physical and in the spiritual across all timelines and dimensions. Point blank and period. Now, this is also meaning for yourself that you are not going to invade, okay, your boundaries. So understand that when you set up stuff like this, it's like if you say, okay, I'm going to eat healthy, you got to eat healthy, because if you don't eat healthy, now you're invading your self-love, okay? And then it can cause inner conflict, right? Well, it will start to trigger some wounds, honey, and you don't want to go through you don't want to go through that, okay? But anywho, yeah, so when you're seeing these flies, you guys, it could be either low vibrational energy that has been sent to spy on you, or it can be low vibrational energy. That means that there is some sort of Like, you want to be careful when you eat, okay? When it comes to flies as well, that can be a sign that something you are consuming is not for you, is not good for you. One thing I can tell you, because y'all know, for those of you especially who watch Simply Siren, okay, if me and Bay go out to eat a lot, we go out to eat a lot. If I see a fly, Bay, let's go. I will not finish my food. Babe, let's go. And he look, they're gonna fly. He's like, oh, let's get out of here. Let's go. If my food has been ordered and I'm eating it and I see a fly, I stop immediately. If I go to a place and I see a fly, we ain't eating. If we have ordered, or if we haven't ordered, babe, look, it's let's go. We be out of there just like this. I remember we went to this one place, and I oh my God, it was this I can't think of the name of this place, y'all. And we was going there a lot, right? We was going there like every morning because it was a place we could go to get breakfast. So we went and we sat, by the window. They had us at the little booths and stuff by the window. It's kind of made how Chili's is. They got the little booths and stuff. So they went and sat us by the window, y'all. I just so happened to look to my damn left. It was so many flies in that window just sitting there hovering. And I'm not talking outside, I'm talking inside. I said, oh, hells to the no. I said, babe, look, we politely got, that's it. No, thank you, man. We're good. We're not going to eat. Okay. Y'all have to listen. When the universe speaks, listen. Okay. It could be. So you probably say, well, is somebody trying to poison you? No, it could be. I'm going to tell you how, the others work. Somebody in that kitchen could be sick. And last thing you want is a sick person cooking your food. Okay. That's the last thing you want. When I don't feel well, I would never cook for my children or my man. Okay. I will not cook for anybody. When I don't feel well, I do not put my hands in nothing somebody gonna put in their body, or, things of that nature. I don't do that. Okay. I don't cook when I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying? When I'm pregnant as well, that'll be the most fast food my kids eat is when I'm pregnant. Because I don't cook when I'm pregnant because your body is, out of balance. Okay. So between that, when I'm sick and when I'm pregnant, those are 2 times that I do not cook. Right. So when you see these flies, you guys, that is a telltale sign that spirit is telling you that there's some energy around. Okay. It could be either around you, spying on you, or it could be around your food. When you see a fly, that means be careful what you eat that day. If you wanted to go to Chick-fil-A, something saying, look, not today. Okay. Somebody in that kitchen could be sick and they could be cooking that food. Or, the other day, me and baby went to Papa Dough. Y'all know we always go to Papa Dough, right? And the waiter, so we sat at the bar, right? And the guy, he's over there and he's talking to another guy who's eating or whatever. He must have known him or whatever. But he was over there and he was like doing this, like digging out his eye boogers. And I'm like, oh my God, because I know he's the person who's going to go pick up our plates. And the last thing I hate is when they come with your plate, y'all, and they thumb be in your food like this on the side. Oh no, I don't want it. I don't want a side of your damn thumbnail in my damn food. Please carry my plate like this. Do not come, here you go, it's hot. No, it's nasty. I don't want it. I don't want it. Don't even take that off. Your thumb is literally in my mashed potatoes, okay? Your thumb is touching the tip of my lettuce. I cannot stomach that, y'all, okay? I am such a picky person. And y'all see, I go out to eat a lot, okay? A lot. So I pay attention to everything, right? And y'all see, we always give us our drink in to-go cups, please. No, I don't want to drink. And I'm going to be dining with plasticware. Thank you very much. I am not eating off of those spoons that everybody done lick and suck, and you don't know what they do at home with their piece, okay? And then they come eat off that damn spoon. I don't want it, okay? So anywho, flies, especially inside of an establishment, even if you go to like a store, let's say you go to a store, you in Target and you see flies. Listen, there is some energy connected to something you finna buy that you don't want to take to your house. Flies is a telltale sign of something that it has some sort of low vibrational energy attached. It could have been through transporting it, once they get off the dock, and then once they go through the warehouses and get on those trucks, and you never know. It has come in contact with some sort of energy, and the universe is letting you know, listen, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Okay. So it could be some chips. Now, I remember, a lot of us, well, not a lot of us, but you guys know, whenever I travel, I vlog when I travel, and we make stops at certain gas stations and stuff because we have to fill up or whatever. And if I go on a gas station, baby, like, well, you want to come in there and see if you want something? I'm like this. I'm looking. One thing I can't stand is when they have flies over there by their coffee area. One thing I don't do is certain places that I get coffee from, if I get coffee, but I don't drink that anymore. Y'all know what I drink, okay? But it's certain stores when they have flies in it, certain gas stations, y'all. Do not eat no chips. I don't care what, don't buy a pack of gum out of there. If you go in these stores and you see flies, that is your spirit saying, okay? Whatever it is you buy and put in your mouth, honey. And you know, one place, you know, not to hate, but one place that tend to keep a lot of flies is Dunkin' Donuts. Ooh, shit, honey. I am not a Dunkin' Donuts keep too many flies for me. They keep flies to the point where the flies is in the damn thing where the donuts at. They get that damn napkin and go reaching. I don't want that. Do you not see the flies up in here? Dunkin' Donuts is one place like I gotta catch them early in the morning, okay? And the minute I see a fly, I say goodbye. I don't care what it is, okay? I'm going to say goodbye. I don't want nothing up and through. All right, what you say? You say Publix, deli have to, yes, they do. Listen, one thing y'all would not ever see. I think the last time I went to Publix and ordered one of them damn sandwich, I don't even know. That was so long ago. It has been since I've been in Georgia, but I cut that out a long time ago because when I seen them flies, I'm like, they always have flies. That is the most nastiest that I've ever seen. And people in that long line, okay, that long line. And one thing I'm gonna say, I saw a movie. On this movie, Publix just so happened to be in the movie. And in this movie I saw, Publix was doing some rituals to keep their stoves lit up with customers. I say, oh, not Publix. And let's just say I saw this movie with my own eyes. Okay. One thing I know about Publix is Publix always build near a burial site. Okay. They love to be either a site that had Publix is very strategic about where they place their stores and their warehouses. Okay. So that's one thing you want to know. Target, Walmart as well. Okay, they tend to build on certain, or on or near certain sites. Okay, there's certain codes that they tend to, look into before they build anywhere. That's why I don't care where you see a Walmart or a Publix you're gonna see people like this. Okay, but anywho, let's get back to these bugs. Okay, so yeah, when you guys see them flies, say goodbye. I was gonna get that sandwich. I know you done made half of it, but I don't want none of it. Toss it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Okay, take that as a telltale sign. You don't need to eat that. Right? Rats, you guys. Rats is another one. Now, when rats come, rats can tell you people around you are not to be trusted. Okay. When you have a rat near you, that means that you are somewhere or you have somebody around you that you cannot or should not trust. Okay. Either this person can be an agent that has been sent by the forces, okay, the unknown forces to watch, monitor, or distract you to keep you off your path or whatever. Okay. But there's somebody, and usually when rats, it depends on if you see a rat at your job, you know it's somebody there. But if you see a rat at your house, honey, you need to check, babe. Somebody around you may be an agent. I always tell you guys, watch that original movie, Total Recall, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? And when he went home and found out his wife, okay, who he made all these memories with, was actually a spy. She was an agent, okay? She was sent there to watch him, right? So, yeah, when you got a rat, the first person I'm going to look at is the piece I'm laying up with, honey. I don't finna pay attention. So it's gonna let you know that somebody around you is no good for you, or okay, somebody around you is sick. Okay, somebody around you either has a spiritually transmitted disease, or sometimes it can be a sexually transmitted disease, or it can be somebody around you is sick. Whatever the sickness is, it is contagious. Something is contagious. 90% of the time, it's usually a spiritually transmitted disease, which means that this person or someone around you has an entity or an energy that is within their frequency, okay, that can jump off to you, right? So we got the jump off going on where whatever it is that they have on them is now, and sometimes that can be done through intimacy, okay, when they do climax and release, all of the stress right there, and you'll boom. that energy has now flowed onto you. You can see a rat. Now, sometimes you guys, you're not going to physically see a rat. Sometimes you can see a movie that come on and then it's just rats. You'll know because it's going to be like, oh, dang, is that the rat? You know what? Oh, there go a rat. It doesn't mean you're going to actually see a rat in your house. I would hope not. Okay. But it can be a picture. You could be scrolling on your phone and, rats, you see a rat somewhere, or you know how it goes, you guys. So just pay attention to that right there. The next one is black beetles, you guys. When you see beetles, that means that usually the beetle is like a death. It's an omen of death, right? It's an omen of either sickness, it could be car accident, it's actual literal death. Okay. So it can be the death of someone the death of your finances, like your job can come to an end. Maybe some sort of benefit that you had is about to come to an end. You want to see where that beetle is. If you see that beetle inside of your house, okay, then there is a death spirit that is inside of your house that is trying to bring an ending to something that could be benefiting you. Okay. If you see that death beetle outside of your house, then that means there's something coming to you, but it has gotten pretty close to the point where now you can see it. You didn't see it before because energetically, maybe you weren't vibrating to it, but now it has worked its way to where it's damn near inside of your house. So you definitely want to look into ways to raise your vibration, to increase your vibration. You definitely want to meditate on why it is that you saw this death beetle. Where is it bringing, some sort of tragic end or some sort of ending or death, okay, in your life, either in your relationship. It can be in your finances. It can be, a death of a family member, a friend. You may start to hear about death. It just means death is about to come to you in some way, shape, or form. And that is the death beetle, what they consider it. It's a black beetle, you guys. Sometimes it can be a good death where you are about to either maybe move away from your home, okay, or it's time to move away from your home. It could be that home has, it probably is a lot of low vibrational energy, or you just no longer vibrate to the area that house is in. So you're going to have to really meditate to see exactly what it is, but that is definitely a telltale sign that death is near, okay? And if it's inside of your house, death is like here. Okay, like that's a very, very, very severe omen, you guys. Next up, sugar gnats. Okay. Oh, I hate them little things there. I can't stand them little things. Those are something else you will see in restaurants. Okay. I tend to see them a lot around the bar. That's why I really don't like to eat at the bar in restaurants. But if it's very crowded, I'll, sit and eat at the bar. But if I see a gnat, that's it. I'm checking out. Okay. And I just go somewhere else. But those gnats, you guys, when we have those sugar gnats around, it's something that is trying to distract you. This is the universe way of telling you they're sending some sort of distraction. It could be a person. It could be a situation. Something is trying to distract you. Sometimes it's something to keep your mind. It can be some sort of mind programming. It can be, something in the news or the media. Something is being sent out to try to distract you. Whatever this is a distraction spirit or a trickster spirit that could be around you. A lot of times I notice that those sugar gnats are connected to those trickster spirits that try to distract you from even moving in a certain direction, doing a certain thing, thinking a certain thing. They want you to kind of doubt your thoughts. They want you to kind of not believe, what it is that you're thinking and things of that nature. So those sugar gnats, you guys, are definitely trickster spirits that are around. Okay. And they do want to nag at you. They want to bother you and mess with you and distract you. So this trickster spirit can be something either that you have come in contact with, or it can be something that has been sent to your zip code, the energy code over there by the others. It could be something that somebody specifically sent to you. It could be somewhere in your generation. Okay, it could be a generational trickster spirit that has been assigned to your generation. So every time somebody get ready to take a leap, or anytime somebody get ready to do something good, it comes and it provides a trickster energy to try to confuse you so that you don't move in the right direction. Okay. Cats, okay, you guys, tend to come around when there's an illusion, okay? Cats want you to see beyond the veil, okay? When cats come around, you guys, cats are a sign, like, they're very protective, but when cats come around, it's something you can't see clear, okay? Meaning a person, Sometimes we can be in a relationship or in a friendship with somebody who's not sincere. They can be a trickster spirit, or they can be a agent. And sometimes these people don't know they agents, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. Sometimes these people don't know that they under a spell. It's just that because they vibrate low, they can be accessed, they can be possessed and then come around you. Okay. So that's why I say be careful who you bring into your house. Be careful who you surround yourself with, because people, if they vibrate low, these trickster spirits can possess them and they can come around you. And then a lot of times you got the Jezebel spirits that will possess these men and or women. And now this person want to be, having fun with you more than often. It's like, well, God, so why? Because they have to release that energy. They got to feed that spirit that's attached to them. Okay. It's not that they really care to be that active. It's them plus the energy that's attached to them that got to feed off of that. So you got to be careful with that. So when cats come around, it tells you that there's something you're not seeing clearly. There's some sort of illusion. Okay. Sometimes cats come through when there are portals. Okay. There can be portals that people are trying to pull you into different dimensions. So we really don't know. Even driving down the street, you can drive through a portal that can put you in another dimension. And it's just like, you get up one day and just go to Walmart, just random. Let me go to Walmart to get some paper towels and come back. And you done drove through a portal, and then you wake up the next day and it's just like different things start happening in your life. You may 2 days later, you get sick. You don't know why. It's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. And then now you're falling out with your bae and all of this stuff. Your kids starting to aggravate you. You done got into it with your sister or your mama or somebody. And as you go to work and now, it's just all type of stuff starting to happen. So a lot of times there could be portals that are sent to you for you to move through these portals. We don't see it with the naked eye, but I can feel it more than I could see it, right? I could feel when there's like going through a shift and going through a portal. Sometimes it feels like the air feels very thick, when you start to access these portals, and it's just almost like an immediate, I was going to go that way, but I'm going to go this way today. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So cats tend to let you know when there's some sort of illusion. Okay. Sometimes when you are under like a relationship or a love spell where somebody may have put, some sort of spell on you to make you fall for them. And sometimes that person probably didn't do it. It can be that the others, okay, have placed some sort of spell on your love life to where you will be more engaging with agents, okay? So you have to know who it is. That's why I say you pay attention to their sign, get as much information as you can, and do as much research, as you can on those persons in relationships. All right. A fox, you guys, a fox will come when there's a trickster spirit as well. When you see a fox, and like I say, sometimes you will physically see a fox in your yard, or you'll be at home scrolling and you will see a fox, or, watch a movie, there's a fox, or maybe on a commercial or cartoon or something, you just see this damn fox. Okay. You will see it quite frequently. It'll let you know that there's some trickster stuff going on around you. Either there's a trickster spirit, or there could be somebody around you that you can't trust, or there could be somebody going after your job, or maybe, they're going to fire you or write you up. Something could be going on with your job when you see fox a lot. It has everything to do with the job. Okay. Majority of the time, it could be people at your job, maybe telling on you, reporting on you. Your supervisor could be spying on you. It could be something, but it can also mean that a job loss is near. Okay. Someone is trying to take your job or your position. Okay. Dog, when you have the stray dogs, you guys, you know how it is. You don't have a dog, but there's a dog always around your car or in your neighborhood, or, all of a sudden you start to see this stray dog. Okay. The ancestors or this message here is definitely letting you know that, someone who you consider close is not as close as they should be. Okay. You need to check your immediate circle. Whenever you see stray dogs, somebody is pretending to be a close relative or a close friend, but they do not mean you any well. This could be somebody who is possessed by something else, running through the family, really trying to keep the family, down in that bloodline and that generational curse and things of that nature, because they will use your own family against you. Whoever this person is, when you see stray dogs, it means that there is somebody close to you, somebody who's trying to be close, somebody you trust, somebody you consider family, somebody you consider friend, somebody you consider, an acquaintance, whomever it is. So you're going to have to check your circle when it comes to seeing stray dogs, okay? Especially if they look sick or mange, or if they just look lost or confused or whatever. You just like, hold up, why is it that this random dog is over here all the time? And then all of a sudden they just disappear. You don't see them anymore, okay? That was just a message specifically for you to look into. So things that you can do, you guys, you definitely want to up your aura, okay? You want to cleanse yourself. I personally, y'all know me, I keep my aura protection spray. I don't play, okay? I always keep one of these on hand. One thing y'all know about Siren is I love the aura protection spray. So if you guys want, you can go to the shop. Y'all can go to spiritualcandies.com. I'm only going to list a few. Y'all know the shop is actually going to be turned off in a couple days, okay? But I know a lot of my clients have reached out and they have wanted the refill of their sprays. You can go there and you can get the aura protection spray. I have only the big ones now. I'm not making the smaller ones. I have the big ones now. I think these are like $24 or something like that, y'all. Go to the site. You can get you one of these. This you can spray your car. If somebody got roaches or something, or you got gnats or flies, this is going to get rid of. One thing about Siren Honey, y'all, is not, when I see a fly, especially in my house, I already know why it is there, but what I do is I tend to keep my aura to a point where I can, I don't have to do all of that. So whenever I do see a fly, the first thing I do, I get my, oh Lord Jesus, I spray the house. The reason I got this, because one, you can take it anywhere. You can spray your purse, okay? You can spray your car, you can spray your house, you can spray yourself, your pets, your kids, okay? The things that are in here is safe for pets as well. You can spray your sofa, especially when people leave, honey. One thing about me, somebody leave out, child. I go in. So for those of you who want the aura protection spray, it is a big one. Like I said, go ahead and get you one of these and spray yourself throughout the day, especially when you come home from somewhere, whether it's work, the gym, wherever you went to Target real quick, come home and just spray yourself, refresh yourself, constantly refresh yourself, you guys. Other things you can do your spiritual baths, you guys. You can wear protective jewelry, protective stones, put things with intentions. One of the best ways you can do, as far as like an easy way to protect yourself, is you can just put like a protective symbol on you. You know what I'm saying? And really just like write it on your hand. If you want to be discreet, you can write it on the bottom of your foot, protection, I am protected or whatever. You gonna bathe, so you gonna wash it off. And I guarantee you'll know how strong it is, because by the time you get home from that day, honey, that thing be gone. You be like, I don't wrote that. Well, dog, that's how much energy that you have protected yourself from. So you can low-key do small little things like that, you guys, but you definitely want to do the necessary shadow work to increase your vibration, to heal, so that these entities don't have anything to attach themselves to, okay? Because they do attach themselves to your karma, to your sorrow, to your regret, to your pain, to your suffering, okay? They attach themselves to all of that, and this is how they can linger and feed off of you. These things here are telltale signs that your spirit lets you know when something is going on outside of you that, you're probably not able to see with the naked eye. These type of entities or bugs or things will start to appear within your surrounding, okay, within your reality, to tell you, hey, there's something going on, okay? So these are just a few of many, you guys. Like I said, this month here, I'm going to be coming back on more and more, and we're going to be talking about ways that we can protect ourselves, ways that we can heal ourselves, ways that we can recognize when low vibrational energies are around us. And not only that, we're going to talk about relationships to see how you can, peep some telltale signs in Bay, okay? Is Bay for you or is Bay against you? What is the life lesson connected to Bay? How to date, as a goddess. We talk about that a lot, you guys. Questions you should ask when you're meeting somebody new. Things that, red flags, we definitely need to know those red flag signs, y'all. We will be discussing a lot this month, because it is that time of the year where the veil is very thin. The others are here. The gates are open. Anybody, in and out, all of that stuff can occur. And remember the earlier message, you guys, for us to really make these decisions, okay? Go over some things in your life, see what it is that you need to change, what you need to work on, what you need to heal, and what you need to get rid of, okay? It is what it is, y'all. Detox some closets, okay? Detox your car, go through your car. If it's something in your car that can be draining. A dirty car can drain gas. Okay. When that energy is heavy like that, you're carrying too much stuff that you don't need to. Clean out your car, clean out your purse, clean out your closet. You can do one room, one space at a time. You don't have to do it where it's too much at once, but you can do one room or one space or one thing at a time. But it's definitely time for us to make some time, y'all. This is how we become the best mothers, the best fathers, is when we work on ourselves, we clean out ourselves, and that way we're not as bothered by all of this outside stuff and chatter and trauma that's going on. Okay. So shout out to each and every one of you. You guys go to spiritualcandies.com and you can get your oral protection spray. Okay. And I will be back probably later, maybe this weekend. I don't know, y'all, but I will definitely be on a lot more. They message Siren, you know what? You got to cut this out, okay? And I do. But your girl is back, okay? We'll discuss some things that we need to discuss, some things that need to be said. Shout out to all of my Patreon members, you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Patreon family. Thank you to everybody who's checking out Simply Siren. And thank you guys as well for tuning in. And I will see y'all soon. Peace out, y'all. Bye.